Hello everyone, I'm Christopher Nightingale.
I'm Joe Pickles.
I'm Stephen Sargent.
And today we've got another edition of Lockdown Banter. This week's top 10, we're going through our top 10 video games. This should be interesting. I mean, I don't know about you lads, but I found this not hard to put the list together, but to order them I found really hard.
Easier than the football ones.
Okay.
I don't think I forgot any ones that I used to play when I was younger. I mean, we'll see. I think I've got them all in there, all the big ones for me. So yeah.
Decent.
The thing I found I was going to play quite a lot of video games was thinking which ones that I enjoyed playing the most and which were like
The violent ones.
yeah, the violent ones.
Well, what we'll do is we will jump straight in and go, Joe, what is your number 10 to kick us off?
So it was on the GameCube. I don't have it anymore because somebody gave it away to one of her friends and never got it back for me. Mario Smash Football.
Oh my god, that was so close to being on my list.
I think you played it, didn't you?
Oh,
well?
that is amazing, that game. It's just mental.
If I want to get it back, then I have to pay £30 on Amazon for it second hand. 75 for new.
Jeez.
I still have a GameCube, but it was a brilliant game. And Sarge, you'd love it because you don't really play football. You just get to absolutely pummel people all the time.
It's true.
Good.
You smash people, and the goals you can score are outrageous. Like the swerve is outrageous.
Yeah, it makes Roberto Carlos's freak against France look like just school goal, child's goal.
Oh god, yeah. I remember that game, playing that with you, and that is brilliant. So much fun.
Yeah. It's just mental. It's not serious, and I like. I mean, most of these, a lot of these ones are not deadly serious. So I like it when it's like that because it's just a bit of fun, really.
Decent. Sargi, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Battlefield 1 on Xbox One.
We have taken objective Banter.
Erobert das Ziel!
It was the first World War One game with the Battlefield. What the Battlefield franchise did. I like them Battlefield games because everything is indestructible. Everything you can block, you can destroy absolutely everything on it. The thing that annoyed me, there's one main reason why it is so far down on the list, and that's because DICE, the developers of it, were just absolutely shite at getting content out, and then it would be ages until new content came out, and then it would be laggy, and then there would be all sorts of problems with it. And so the one thing I did enjoy about it was if there was someone sniping in a building, and you couldn't be arsed, you could either, I like doing this, you could run inside with a lot of TNT, chuck the TNT in, and then run outside, run through, drop it, run out the other building, and just detonate it, and then the whole floor would crumble below it. So I did enjoy it. It was very good, but it took ages for new maps and all new stuff to come out, and when they did come out, they were quite good. There was one where you had to play at night time, and you could hardly bloody see, so you had to turn the brightness up on your TV, and then when you went to the next one, your brightness was too freaking bright for the... So you'd be playing at night on one night, so you'd have to turn brightness up so you could see people, and then next minute, shit, it says like a daylight one, so you had to turn the brightness back down to normal. So it was good. It was a good game. She went through Russia. We had the Russians in it. The Ottoman Empire. It was good. It was a really good World War I game.
I've actually never played a Battlefield game.
No,
I have to be honest. I've never played one.
They are good. Like you could get in planes and fly them around, and then go all Japanese and suicide crash into people. So it was quite good.
Yeah, because all the Japanese are known for constantly running around.
Yeah, kamikaze really. But no, it was good. It was good. It was a good game. So
Good choice, that, Saji.
Yeah.
Well, my number 10 is like the first computer game I ever played, and it was on Windows 95. Like, we're going way back, and it was called Chips Challenge. I don't know if any of you know.
I've heard of that game.
Chips Challenge.
I've heard of that.
It was like, all you had to do, really simple, little guy, it was like 2D, and you just press the cursors on your keypad, and you literally move him to collect, like, microchips, and then once you've collected all the microchips, you get to go to the end. And you have a certain length of time to do it, and you had it was like Pac-Man. You had all these little critters and all these little things that you had to dodge and little puzzles. And there was like 150 levels of this. And I was like, when I was like 6 and 7, I was like absolutely obsessed with this game. It was absolute genius.
Yeah.
I thought, this is brilliant. Is it so simple, yet so good. So
you get like that with games when you're younger. You get into a game and then you just can't wait to go and play it. Whenever, the next day or whatever, or after tea or.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best game ever made, but for me, because it was like the one that introduced me to gaming, I have such nostalgia for it. It had to go on the list. So.
Yeah. Well, a few of those, the same for mine. Yeah.
Right, Joe, what's your number 9?
So I changed my number 9 literally 10 minutes ago. it was Rollercoaster Tycoon, and that's been bumped out now totally. Although it's a great game.
I agree.
Game called Diddy Kong Racing.
Okay, nice one. Yeah.
Nintendo 64, and I think my sister has it still because she has our old Nintendo these days. And it was just fun. It was just a bit of fun and.
It's just a little bit of fun.
You know, not serious, and it was nice. It was nice to play with people, so you could have like 4 players or whatever. And it was just you know, it wasn't a serious game, and it was great. Yeah. It's old now. 1997 the year is, so
Wow.
it's old.
Yeah. No, the racing games for N64, when you had like 4 controllers and you had the split screen, that's tremendous fun. That's so much fun.
Yeah. It was just mental. It was just mayhem. But yeah. That's my number 9. It's a great game.
Nice one. Saji, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is another Battlefield game, Battlefield number 5. It came out not so long ago. Same reason why it's as low down as Battlefield 1, really, because of the content. It didn't come out quick enough. But it was good. Same pretty much concept. This one was World War II, so you ran around like capturing. There's like different game modes on it, but it was same concept as the other one. Everything was destroyable and things like that.
Secure all objectives in each sector, then push into the next.
I think one of the funniest things I did on it was I went to I was in a plane flying to go and bomb a load of houses, and a guy on the other team flying towards me. He flew under me as I dropped my bombs, and I killed him in a plane. So I saved the clip of it. I'll try and find it. And I got a message off him after I did it, saying, and he just like was like, "Wow, no need." I was like, "I honestly didn't mean to do it." Trying to kill someone in the house. So
these Battlefield games, do you still have them?
I
mean, I still have Diddy Kong. Well, no, I don't have Diddy Kong Racing, but I could play.
no, I don't, because I downloaded them onto my Xbox.
Yeah.
And I went to take it downstairs when Becky was working at home, and I slipped, and it fell out of my hands and bounced down the stairs. And
Oh dear! Oh Jesus! Oh God! Oh Jesus!
That was a nightmare.
That is a shocker. Oh no!
Yeah, it's fucked.
But wait, if you downloaded them, they'll be on your Xbox account, won't they? You just need to get a new Xbox and then sync your account up, and you can re-download them, surely.
Yeah, some of them, yeah, but yeah.
Jeez.
I've got the clips on my phone, so
I'm
I can
looking at
send them.
Saji.
Well, I know, but yeah.
Well, my number 9 is on the Game Boy, actually.
Ooh.
Pokemon Yellow. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I remember the Pokemon games.
Yes. Pokemon Yellow, where you actually had a little Pikachu that followed you around.
Genius.
I thought that was absolutely brilliant.
There was yellow, blue, and red, wasn't there?
Yes, yeah. And the only difference that Yellow had was that you had a little Pikachu that actually followed you around on the screen, and I thought that's awesome. That is it.
Yeah, I was actually when you were talking about your number 10, I was thinking about them, the Pokemon games, and the endless fun that we had when we went to France on holiday, because we get on Game Boys, me and my brother, and I think little brother had them as well, so we'd play all these bloody things, Pokemons, and there was a bit where you could cheat. There was one where you could get infinity balls.
Pokeballs.
Yeah, the Pokeballs, where you had to you'd go to some place, talk to some woman, then go to your gym, then go up and down in your thing, and then you'd go and catch whatever Pokemon you want. And there was these special balls, I think they got you, like, the top level ones. You'd get these top level... There was a cheat on the game where you could do it. It would be on YouTube somewhere. You just have to dig it out.
Yeah, Sarge loves the cheat.
Yeah, he loves cheating, right?
Yeah.
No, it's so much fun, and they were actually really good games. Like they had little maps in them, were like massive.
It took ages to do.
Yeah,
and they're still going now.
I know. A lot of nostalgia.
Pokemon's still big. Pokemon is still big.
Right. So yeah, a lot of nostalgia. So, Joe, on to number 8. What's your number 8?
So the first game.
Hold on,
I've not.
Go
on.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry, I just thought it completely lost me.
I got completely lost.
So the first of two of these types of games, FIFA 2000 is my number 8.
Oh, is that the one with the Robbie Williams track that keeps on playing all the time?
I was going through the soundtrack today. I used to play it all the time. When I think I was I'd been in year 4.
Wow.
So I'd been 8 because that was when Bradford were in the Premier League.
Hello and welcome. You join us just in time here for the friendly match between Brazil and Germany. Our commentators, as usual, John Motson and Mark Lawrenson, who are ready, I believe, so we'll go over to them now for the kickoff.
And it's great to be here, Gary. Straight into the game then. Emerson must clear it from the box here. It's there, into the top corner. The keeper unable to stop it. So, another look at that goal then.
And I just used to play it like all the time. It was brilliant, and it was on the computer, and it was really good. I actually looked up something to say because Robert Williams did the soundtrack for it.
Yeah.
He insisted that in the rest of the world teams they put Port Vale in there. So on the rest of the world teams on FIFA 2000 is Port Vale, who were at the time in like Division 2 or something.
That was amazing.
But yeah, it was brilliant. And you used to be able to create your own teams easily without having to like go into an editor or anything and just. Yeah, it was great.
I do remember that game. I do remember it. I mean, what I miss about like really old FIFAs is the fact that you could smash the keeper and get an instant red.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could just take the keeper out, red card, and they've taken that out of the game now. I don't think you can actually do it.
There was a game. I think it was. ISS Pro or something. I think it was.
I remember ISS.
Yeah. And on that one, you could actually dive. So if anyone came near you, I figured out you just button bash and then you.
That's where Neymar learned his skills from.
Yeah.
That game.
Yeah.
Oh no! But FIFA 2000, great choice. That.
Little story about FIFA 2000. I used to tend to forget to close the disk drive on the old computers. You know when it comes out of the thing. So one time I left it open, and then I finished my tea, and I ran upstairs to go and play it again, and I forgot it was open. So I've knocked it with my knee, and it's absolutely wrecked it completely.
Oh no!
And obviously, when you're that age and you love the game so much, you just want to play it. And we had to get it all fixed and everything. And yeah, I was absolutely gutted that day.
Oh god! Yeah, that sounds like
That's
a
the
bad
passion
day.
for yeah.
So, Sargi, what's your number 8?
Oh, I kind of want to change it now after Joe mentioned FIFA 2000 because it's actually reminded me of a FIFA game I used to play, FIFA 98. I think it was FIFA 98, FIFA 97 on the computer.
I had 97 on the computer.
And you could go indoors with it as well. You could do indoor football. That was a belting FIFA game. So if I was going to put any FIFA game on, it would probably be that one, or FIFA 2004, or FIFA 2007. But I haven't actually put a FIFA game in, even though them 3 games would actually come close onto my list. I've gone for Call of Duty 4 for Xbox 360.
Oh, Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, yeah.
Doors up here. We gotta hustle. Let's go.
Move it! Move it! Clear! Keep up! Ambush! Contact right! Contact right!
Get some place and fire on that building. We have to move forward. Keep moving forward. Alpha, let's take the stairs to hit their flank. Bravo, give us covering fire. Let's go, Jackson. Follow me. Switch to night vision now.
Yeah, I got bollocked one day for skipping college and going playing it at your house all day, Joe. Yeah,
You are?
Yeah, when we were at college, I skipped a day at college and went and played it all day at yours.
Yes. yeah.
You fucked through it.
Yeah, because I think I was off. I think it must have been like on a Friday or something when I was off.
Yeah, you were off, and I was only had half.
Yeah.
Point of going in, so yeah, we just played that all day.
Why not?
Yeah, so COD 4, yeah, it was quite a good one actually. It's the only Call of Duty got in there. So, yeah,
my number 8 is actually Fortnite for Xbox One.
Never played it.
It's just the simplicity of the premise of it. It's just a case of basically it's the Hunger Games on Xbox online, which is actually such a simple premise, but really, it suddenly gets really tense really quick. Like, you're dropping in, 100 people drop in, and there's a circle, and it slowly closes, which forces you have to stay in the circle or you die. So you have to keep going into the circle, which brings everyone closer together. And you basically either got to go and knock everyone off, or you've got to stealth it, try and hide to the... This is my tactic, because I'm shit at shooting. is to stay stealthy the whole game. Hope you make it to like the last one and then take the last guy out.
Where's the highest you've come before?
I've won it one. I've won one solo on it.
I bet you were loving that way. I bet you were running around the house.
Yeah, that was like one of the best moments of my like gaming life.
The problem I've got with Fortnite, it came out, I think PUBG, that's exactly the same. I think it's Player, what's it called? Player Unknown.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Something. And it's exactly the same sort of concept, but with Fortnite, you build shit. So you can build like ramps and shit and then run up them and then jump down behind somebody. But PUBG is more realistic in a way, because you don't have any of that guy. But then every other game's cottoned onto it now. And there's one on Battlefield 5 where you could do that. I think that was called Firestorm or something, exactly the same concept. Call of Duty did an actual game for it. I think it was Black Ops 4, where that was just, there was no... The thing about Call of Duty games are that they do quite good campaigns, and this was the first one that didn't have a campaign on it. You had the multiplayer, so you either had your normal multiplayer games, or you had this other one, Battle Royale, and that was shite. And now they've done another one called Warfighter or Warzone.
Yeah.
Warzone.
I think the thing is with Fortnite is Fortnite was like, it kind of was like a bit of a game changer, but then as soon as it was, everyone started copying it. And then Fortnite tried to update itself, and it lost its kind of way. So it's very much like, it was very much like 2018 in a year in terms of gaming was Fortnite, and it's kind of lost its way now.
That's the thing. The thing with it is though, you've got your building. There's like on them other ones I mentioned, like there's houses you can hide in and things like that. But Fortnite, you can build, like you can just build something and hide underneath it for the whole bloody game.
No, I couldn't build anything on Fortnite. I was so bad at it. All I could do was hide and hope for the best.
That's what I do.
If you're good at the game, there's no skill in it at all. But if you crap at it and you dog it out and you win it, you're better than the ones that piss around building shit.
Oh yeah, it's like an underdog. It's like, you know, like Leicester.
It's a proper.
Nicey was the Leicester of Fortnite. The one man.
Bradford City of Fortnite.
So, Joe, what is your number 7?
So I've gone for Midtown Madness.
What?
Oh.
I have it on the computer.
The first one?
Yes.
Cool, yeah.
I had it on the PC when I was younger. I think it came out in 1999. It's just a mayhem, just driving around, going crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't used to actually do the actual challenges on Midtown Madness, so I didn't really progress in the game. I just used to mess around on the free driving.
Yeah.
Because I used to be able to go on like the motorway and like pile all the cars up, so like
brilliant.
a massive, great big pile up, and then used to be able to it was great. Yeah.
Is it a bit
Midtown
like?
Madness. I spent hours doing that when I was younger.
Oh, quality game. Yeah. Great games.
What was it like? Was it like what game?
Racing game.
Racing game.
Yeah. You could have done like the challenges, like I said, but I just used to mess around.
Oh, so it's a bit like Forza in a way.
Yeah, it's like it's like very early version of Forza Horizon. Yeah, absolutely.
You used to just drive around Chicago and then drive up bridges when they're like up to let the boats through and go flying in the air and find the police cars that were on the map and then purposefully go and bash them up and.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was just crazy. It was just a mental game.
Need for Speed had a game like that as well. Most Wanted, that was quite good. Oh yeah, that was good. And then there's Driver as well. Driver was quite good.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
So Sargi, what's your number 7?
My number 7. Joe mentioned it before. Is Rollercoaster Tycoon.
Oh really?
I like this game.
Oh, great game.
Yeah.
The first one, yeah?
Yeah, no, number 3. Rollercoaster.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one, the proper one. The one that you can... Oh, what...
Go on the roller coaster.
Like Pebble... Was it Pebble Beach? There was one...
That's Tiger Woods.
Yeah, cheers. I can't remember the name of the map. Hold on. Bear with us. Bear with me.
What was it? There was...
Right,
there
I've
was,
got right, I liked it that much, I downloaded it from my iPad.
Oh, well, that'll be...
Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic, it's called.
Yeah, it's 1. Rollercoaster Tycoon 1. Yeah.
Oh, in the forest at the start, and then Evergreen Gardens and...
Yes, yeah, that's the one.
Yes. So, yeah. It's the,
I thought it was called Rollercoaster Tycoon 3.
Leafy Lake. Do you remember that one? Yeah.
With all that awesome...
That's number 1, Sarge.
Leafy Lake, Diamond Heights, them ones, but yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Number 1.
Like the Leafy Lake, but yeah, you could go around. You had this pretty much theme park, and what I used to charge a fortune for people to come in, but then have all the rides. You didn't pay anything for them and all your souvenirs and that. But then I forgot about the loan system. Well, I didn't know the loan system, so I just used to take out a cracking loan and just make this big fuck off roller coaster. Yeah. Scare the shit out of anybody, and everyone was like, "Well, you're not going on it. You're not going on it." And then it would annoy me. So then I'd go and grab people and put them in the queue. You could pick people up, guests, and then put them where you wanted. Then if someone was they don't like the park row, I'd pick them up and then I'd drown the bastards.
I knew you was going to say that.
Yeah.
You could do some like awful things on there as well. Like you could set like the shuttle loop, but you could just ramp the speed up so it just flew off the track at the.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh no, I'm so wrong.
Yeah. So I got it for my iPad, but the problem with that is you can't set. You can do pretty much everything the same as the computer game, but you can't set the price of your theme park.
Oh.
So I've got to hack the right price for the rides.
Yeah.
So if it goes too much, people won't pay out. And I'm like, but if I was that guy, I won't pay like fucking 12 quid to go on that bloody thing.
I prefer the second version of that to the first one, but the first one was the first one, so it's kind of you always remember that one because it's number 1. But the second one I preferred as a game.
Okay.
It's the one with Leafy Lake and all them ones.
That's the first one, yeah.
That's the one
that was great.
Yeah, no, that was very good.
I love the fact they had expansion packs for the first one as well, so you could actually get Alton Towers on it, and Blackpool Pleasure Beach as well.
Yeah, I hate theme parks. I hate them with a passion.
Yeah, we've tried to get
if I ever went, we went to, when I was on holiday in America, I went to Disneyland, right? The only rides, because when I first went to Disneyland, there was this fast pass thing. And you use the fast pass, you could skip the queues whenever you wanted. So I thought, it'll be the same concept, but it's like 20 years since last time I went to fucking Disneyland. So you bloody do whatever that is. No, you give you a certain time. So the only rides I managed to go on was the Buzz Lightyear one, where you shoot all the aliens, the Haunted House one, and then because they just put Star Wars World in there, I went on the Millennium Falcon. So I really didn't go on many rides.
Did you never go to Alton Towers with school?
No.
You missed out on those days, because even if you didn't go on the rides, you just had a great day anyway.
They were the best days.
No, they wouldn't, because I would have gone on the bloody teacups or the dodgems.
Alright, fair enough. Just have a banter on those.
Yeah.
Oh, and the log flume. We went on the log flume as well. I like the log flume. That's quite good because you get wet. It doesn't go too fast, so you shoot yourself.
Well, my number 7 is Pro Evolution Soccer 6
No, you bastard!
for the PlayStation 2.
This is an exhibition match here, but I'm convinced that's only in name. The players have too much pride, too much passion, not to get stuck in and grind out a victory today if they can. Fans are providing a noisy and colourful backdrop for this great occasion. Who has the most desire to win this one? We shall see. Possession lost there. And Messi. This could be a chance for an opening goal. They're in a good position down the right. Neatly done.
They work so well in tandem.
Henri! A magnificent goal! That's their first of the match. 20th minute of the game.
Brace. That's my number 5.
Oh, you're number 5. Okay, Sergi, right.
Yeah.
For me, that's the most fun I've had playing a football game. And I've played all the FIFAs, since I've had my Xbox and all that. But the most, for pure fun of playing a football game, Pro Evolution Soccer 6. Because it's just, it was like, they seem to get the blend right between realism and arcadey. It was like, and it's just, they got the presentation of it right. I mean, obviously they didn't have the licenses that FIFA had. You still had basically man red versus man blue in the Manchester derby.
That's why I could never get them. That's why I could never play those games, because you had to say things like that.
But as a gameplay, it was you struggled to beat it, and I don't think Pro Evolution Soccer has got it back since then. Actually, I think they lost their way a bit after Pro Evolution Soccer 6.
Yeah. The reason it's the only football game on my list.
Yeah, same here.
The reason why I put it at number 5 is pretty much what you said, Chris. But you could, and it pretty much reminds me quite a bit of school as well, because there'll be lessons where me and you are in the same class. Now coming out, I've just bought such and such for Man United, but it wouldn't be like, I've just bought like Pirlo. You could buy legends for your team.
Yes,
so I'd buy like Bobby Charlton. And
it's unbelievable. And Pele.
And you could have them two, and you could just smash the ball from the halfway line, and it would go in. So you'd like the big hitters, but then you'd create a team full of big hitters. So you'd have, I think it's called Chimbone or something like that for Bobby Charlton. So you'd have Bobby Charlton in there, Leonardo, then you'd have like
Rebellino, who could smash it. You basically had all the smashers in there. Koeman.
Full of smashers. And then, it was brilliant. But then you could go into the game, and say if you wanted like Rivaldo, but you couldn't afford him, you could knock all his stats down to 0, so it'd be fucking worth 0. Then when you buy him, you just bang your stats all the way up to 99. So you could have these things.
Yeah, that's the proper cheating way of doing it. But
Oh, yeah.
it made the game really fun that you could do stuff like that. And
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was brilliant. You could edit the teams out, so you would change it to like man red. You could put it the right way around.
yeah,
And then, but I spent that much time on that game when my GCSEs was out. I completely forgot. If there was a GCSE for Pro Evo 6, I would have got an A star for it. Because that's what, instead of revising, I was playing that bloody thing.
Oh, no.
Man. No, yeah. And
Absolute classic,
classes go into your classes with you, we would just talk, annoy you with it all the time and get moved for talking.
yeah.
Oh,
what game?
Moving. Yeah, no, so that's why it's my number 5, because it's, yeah.
Yeah. All the gushing of Pro Evolution Soccer 6.
I found it a few years ago and played it again, and I was like, wow. So,
if I still had a PS2, I would be playing that now. I still would be playing it now.
Yeah, to be fair, mate. Oh, hold on. Right, there's not happening in that game. Hold on a minute. This is going to be interesting. Where's eBay?
Oh, God.
Right, here we go. On the old eBays. Search. Oh, here we go. Right. You can buy a PS2 for 40 quid. Right.
Wait, so a PS2 is cheaper than a new version of Mario Smash Football?
Yep.
That's mental. That's absolutely mental.
Oh, shit. I put him, instead of Pro Evo 6, put him in Pro Evo 86. £4.
4 quid for Pro Evolution. So 44 quid gets you a PS2 and Pro Evolution Soccer 6.
Yep. I think that's some bargain essential.
You could do that, actually. Right, Joe. What's your number 6?
Game on the GameCube, I had.
Hold on. Sorry. Right. I've just found a game bundle on the PS2. It's got FIFA 06, 7 and 9 and Pro Evo 4 and 6 for 15 quid. So you can get 1, 3, 4,
that's a fair deal, actually.
6 FIFA games. 6 football games.
I would have had FIFA 09 on PS2, actually.
Oh, Pro Evo 3, the only footballing game to feature a referee on, as well.
Right. Sorry, Joe. What's your number 6?
Game from the GameCube. I've gone for Medal of Honor: Rising Sun.
Oh,
you what?
And where's side you got that one?
Number 4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's your 5 and 4 or 6 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love it. It's the only kind of first-person shooter I've got on.
Listen up, Marines. The mission is to soften up the enemy before the main assault at dawn. We land across the beach, proceed to the airfield, destroy an ammo dump, eliminate any remaining resistance, sit tight till our relief arrives. Any questions?
How deep do you think this water is?
What's the matter? Can't you swim?
Shut up, Davis.
You shut up.
Banter chatter back there.
Cover those banks! Get some fire out there! Open fire! Come on, there's more where they came from!
Pick you up downriver.
Call of Duty missed out, although I did play a couple of those. Yeah, I just loved it. It was great. I used to play on it with a few. There used to be a few of us actually used to play on it as well, because you used to be able to do multiplayer, which was just absolutely crazy. You die and then you come back and then you can just carry on. Used to play it after school when I got home, was maybe 2004 or something, 2003, 2004, 2005, those type of years. Yeah, it was great. Loved it.
I remember playing that actually for the PS2. I think I had it on PS2, and I remember there's one level where you're in the jungle and at night time, and I thought, Jesus, this is like intense, because you could hear people shooting and you couldn't see them.
Yeah, it's Guadalcanal.
And I was like, that was the first time I'd experienced that in a game, like a shooting game. So I was like, Jesus. So
it came out in 2003.
Through the jungle.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that game. Yeah, it's my number 6.
Yeah, you can get it for £1 if you want it.
I remember I got Medal of Honor. No, I've actually still got it on the GameCube, so I could go and play it now, no problems. I remember I actually got Medal of Honor, because I got that one, and then I got Medal of Honor Frontline after, and I was proper disappointed with that game compared to Rising Sun.
Wow, that's interesting, because that is really interesting, because like the general consensus usually puts Frontline ahead of Rising Sun. They think Frontline's a better game. The general consensus, but
I wasn't a fan compared to.
No, I think I know why.
That is interesting.
Right, I've got it at number 4 for pretty much the same reasons what Joe has. That you could play the multiplayer with, so you could set it where you could have all these Japanese people running around, and you could hide on a boat, and you could set the game mode to like one-shot kills. So you could have bazookas flying around.
Yeah, you could have different sets of guns, couldn't you? So you could have like.
And it was set in the Pacific, and I think this is why. It is the general conception does go for Frontline, because it's the same reason I think is why Band of Brothers and the Steven Spielberg TV series and the other one he did, Pacific, people prefer, especially like people in like England and Europe. I was going to say that. Yeah. European one, and they can relate to it.
Yeah.
But the South Pacific, the Pacific, it is good, and yeah, I've got it on there because it like Chris said, the mission at the night, it did scare the it put you sort of, you could imagine being in that sort of place and absolutely hating it. So yeah. But yeah, I've got it over. Fantastic game.
Great choice. Right, Sargi, what's your number 6? Have we had your number 6?
No, not yet.
No.
My number 6 is Grand Theft Auto 5 for Xbox One.
Fair shout. Fair shout.
Get back here! You're not even hidden! Have you got it?
I've been trying, Trevor. I've been trying.
Come on over here, all right? I ain't gonna hit you.
I've been trying.
I know.
I thought you said you wasn't gonna hit me.
I thought you said you were gonna find fucking Michael Townley.
There's 2 Michael Townleys living in LS. One is 83, and the other one is at kindergarten. I asked the teacher to put him on the phone just to be safe, but she threatened to call the cops. I ain't no molester, Trevor.
It's very, very, very good.
Yeah, he's very, very, very good. It was far up my list, but then I just kept thinking of other games that I enjoyed playing, and it kept sliding down.
Okay.
But for what that game came out, I'll just Google when it came out. Actually, it's been out for years.
It must be like 5 years now.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like it's been out for that long.
Yeah, it's true.
It came out in 2013, and it doesn't feel
2013, so it's 7 years old.
Yeah.
My God.
It came out on the 17th of September 2013, and it doesn't feel like that.
No.
Because Rockstar, they don't have to, it's been that long, they don't have to really make a new Grand Theft Auto game because they keep updating that one all the time. It makes it more interesting and people keep playing it, and it is really, really good. And the like campaign, or is it campaign missions on it are really good, and it was the first one that went online, really.
Yeah.
And I've loved it. It was good because you could do all the online races, and then if you got bored of that, you could just go batter somebody on it. But online, it started to get a bit daft online when they started introducing flying cars and rockets and all that sort of stuff. Where you could just go on a flying bike, fly around, shoot somebody, and like, for fuck's sake, I'm only coming here. Like, and Trevor Phillips is one of the best characters ever on that game. He's like a proper hillbilly who doesn't give a fuck. He's so funny. He's so funny. And it's the only GTA game, Grand Theft Auto game I've got on my list. I was going to put Grand Theft Auto 3 in there, the first one that was instead of Bird's Eye View. I used to play that with my mate all the time. Used to live next to my nana's. So yeah, that was quite a good one as well. But GTA 5, that's that. Yeah, and you could spend so much money as well, of your own money on it as well, and fucking buy ridiculous shite.
No, that is a fair choice, Sergi. Well done. Right, my number 6 is Mario Kart 64 for the Nintendo 64.
Great game.
So much fun. God, just in terms of like a multiplayer racing game, they don't really come much better than that. I think. I mean, that is just classic. And all the race tracks in it, like, stay in your mind as like memorable. Like you have like Yoshi Valley. Yeah.
But it was the one with the big boulders as well. Come down mountain.
Choco Mountain and all that. Yeah.
Turnpike.
What is it? Bowser's Castle. That Sherbet Land one with the little penguins that get in the way and they're bloody annoying. Yeah. So it's just it's great. What a game.
They've done it for mobile now, so you can get all them games. All the Mario. They've got Mario Kart on mobile now.
Wow.
So you can do those circuits what you're on about on the game.
Yes.
On the mobile.
Yeah. I mean, they've upgraded Mario Kart. Like every new Nintendo console has a new version of Mario Kart. But for me, I don't know. I quite like the classic 64 one. I just prefer that over the others, where it gets a bit too mental.
The newer ones have gone too far, way too far. It's just too crazy.
Yeah, it's too crazy. Whereas the 64 struck a decent balance between the right amount of power-ups and stuff and actual racing. It was like they got the balance spot on, I think, with that one.
Yeah. There's the Nintendo 6. I've got loads of games that I can think of on that. Banjo-Kazooie, that was brilliant.
I thought about that one, 4 my 10. I thought about that one.
Thought about that.
I liked that a lot, yeah.
About that. And then there's another one, another game that it's on my list, and I fucking hope to Christ Chris doesn't say it either as his number 4 or 5.
I think I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna leave you.
Carry on.
I'm not saying anything. There was a football game on there which was quite good as well. I can't remember the name of it. It was
Mario Football.
No, it wasn't Mario Football. I can't remember the name of it, but you could. The players didn't have the real name.
Sensible Soccer, was that on it?
What?
Sensible Soccer on Nintendo 64.
No, it was something 98. It was some football thing 98 or something like that. And if your players were knackered, they'd have like a blue face going like.
That's amazing.
There was another game that I nearly put on there for the Sega Mega Drive. It was a tennis game, and if you didn't like a decision you got, you could go and have a rant and rave at the referee. It was quite good.
What was it called? Like John McEnroe's tennis?
Probably. So yeah, that nearly went on there. I played that, mate.
So Joe, what's your number? 5? What's your number 5?
Yeah. It's probably the only game we've got that actually is educational. Rome Total War.
Oh, whoa!
On the computer.
Hold on a minute. Right, I'm going to stop you there. Educational. Battlefield 1 is about World War 1. Battlefield 5 is about World War 2. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is about Modern Warfare. Rollercoaster Tycoon is about finances and how to manage money properly. GTA 5 is about...
What the hell does GTA 5 teach you?
No, that doesn't teach you anything, Sarge.
Yes, it does.
What the hell does GTA 5 teach you?
When you mentioned Rollercoaster Tycoon, you kind of had a point.
Or you're off to prison.
And then you just lost it.
Yeah, to be fair, GTA 5 teaches you fuck all.
Yeah, Rome Total War. Quality.
Yeah, and I still have it on the computer, and in fact, I did play it a little bit in the first few weeks of lockdown. So you couldn't go out right there. And then, I just love playing it. It was great. When I first bought it, I thought, this looks absolutely rubbish. I don't know what is going on. But I got into it, and I loved it, and I still like it a lot.
The enemy gate is down! Our battering ram has done its work! Fire at will! Ready! Roman military engineering triumphs once more! The walls are down! Order your men on to victory!
I find the battle scenes in it amazing. Like when you've got 2,000 people on horses charging at an army of 10,000, and you just sit back and just watch the watch the carnage.
And for the year it was, which was 2004, I looked at the year before. pretty good actually. The graphics of it for what
it holds up. Yeah.
Didn't
yeah.
Didn't they do a TV program? Something to do about
they might have
battles and stuff like that. And I can't remember the name of it, but they used a lot of Roman stuff in that, and it looked like they'd used Roman Total War for
what footage in it.
Yeah, I fucking knows what it. Yeah,
I actually, obviously you see like quiz shows on TV all the time, like Pointless and The Chase and all this, and every now and again a question pops up that I instantly know the answer to, only because of that game. So actually, it has taught me a little bit about history, really. But yeah, I liked that game a lot. Played it.
Yeah, there's loads. There's like Age of Empires and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Medieval Total War was good because that was like in the UK. Yeah.
Command and Conquer.
Well, yeah, I did play that one. Yeah.
There was, I think, even Lord of the Rings did one. See, I had the Lord of the Rings game down, but then
I have. There's a Lord of the Rings game that came very close. It was on GameCube. It was the Return of the King version of the game.
I nearly
that came so close. That was really good.
That was probably the best one they did.
Yeah,
that was very good. That.
Right, Sargent, you've done your number 5, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll come back at number 3.
Okay, right.
I probably won't be back in, to be fair.
Okay, right. My number 5 is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the PS2. Because for me, that was the real absolute mind blower. I think that's out of all the games on my list, that's the one that really I looked at it and thought, oh my god, how on earth have they done this game? There's 3 cities, you can drive in the countryside as well. You have mountains in it, and for a game on the PS2, it was how have they crammed all this into one game? It just blew my mind, and it was unbelievably fun to play. I didn't play the story. I just drove around and just did whatever I wanted. And, I just remember that being just... It's not the best Grand Theft Auto, but it's the one that made the biggest impact on me as just being, a mind blower.
Yeah. I think a lot of the Grand Theft Auto games... soundtrack, when they've got a good soundtrack, you remember one of the games that had San Andreas had a good soundtrack.
Yes.
Grand Theft Auto 3 had a good one. The San Andreas, I played quite a bit of the story, and you could actually go to a gym. You could make your man very, very muscly if you wanted. And everything you did, so if you went running, that would affect your stamina, and if you went cycling, that would, and if you started punching people, that would affect everything, and you could actually go into barbers, and it's where it properly started to thing, and then you could actually have turf wars with other gangs on it.
Oh yeah,
so if you
could really, you could spark some serious shit off in that game.
Oh yeah, and if you're trying to shoot a gang man and a car comes past and suddenly the car blows up, you're like, oh shit. If you shot the actual fuel filler thing on it, it would blow the car up, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was great fun.
I might actually get a fucking PS2 and start buying something again.
Right.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Get one, and then we'll have a retro
A retro game night. That would actually be really cool, actually. Retro
I
PS.
bet you Sarge ends up getting a PS2.
Yeah, just for Pro Evo 6. It'll just be for Pro Evo 6. I guarantee it.
Well, to be fair, it'll probably be for another game I've got, and I'll have to. My brother's actually got a PS2, so I might actually go and nick his. And he still plays this game to this day.
Okay.
He's on my list at number 2.
Right, Joe, what's your number 4?
So the only one of this kind of like series going for Championship Manager 2001, 2002.
Bradford's game.
So the only football manager type game on your list.
Yeah. I used to love playing that. Bradford were kind of, they were good on it, but they weren't in the Premier League. It was the season after. But yeah, I used to love it. Play it loads. Never really get, because I was younger, so I never used to really get to the end of a season. Because obviously when you're younger, you play it and then you forget about it, and then months later you come back to it, and then you remember it, and then you want to start again because you want to cheat, and then you could cheat on that game, and it was pretty funny. You could have like Thierry Henry coming out for Russian Diamonds and stuff in Division 4, Division 3. So yeah, that's my number 4.
That's a fair choice. I mean, it's amazing, because that was the days before the little dots on the screen, and before it became 3D. So all you got was the text that just kind of flashed if you got a goal.
Come on, boys, you'll get the winner. Come on. I don't know what to do. What's that? Oh my god, monitor's gone off. Oh my god.
I think it's actually one of the most popular. If when people mention those games, they kind of seem to mention that one.
They do, yeah.
Because kind of, But I remember. Yeah, I never really. I remember one time this was before, of course, I was older, and I was actually Leeds United on it.
Oh, you scumbag!
And I remember I was 2-0 up against Arsenal, and I was going to win the Premier League, and the computer crashed.
Oh, God.
And I ended up finishing 4th, losing in the final of the UEFA Cup, which I might have won on the back of that, who knows. I was absolutely gutted, because I had to switch the computer back on, and then it went back to before this Arsenal game, and I lost it. And
that is good.
Well, that's brilliant.
They had a great team, though.
Yes. I was going to put Football Manager 06 on, because the first one I got, and then you kind of look at all these other games now, and these kids now, when they're our age, they'll probably go back and go, you know what, I actually want to buy FIFA 20 again, or Football Manager 19, or
weird.
Because them players then were so bloody good. So it's like going back then. It's like, well, hold on. There's like Messi, who's like 17 or 18.
2006. Yeah.
Portuguese knobhead. He's
Ronaldinho was still pretty good. Even though he was kind of.
You've got Gattuso.
Well, that was the year. That was the year Barcelona won Champions League. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Fuck off. You've got Pirlo, Gattuso, Maldini, Cannavaro, Buffon, Dida, Cafu.
You
got loads. They
were insane. That team.
You can buy all them players. It's brilliant, and that's why I tried borrowing the game off you, and it hasn't worked. So I've had to resort to playing Football Manager 13. Got the editor. Gone on the old edit.
Yeah, so tell Nighty about what you've been doing. It is a bit mental, Nighty. Right.
No, right. I started playing the game properly.
Is it silly, really?
No. Right, it is silly and it's cheating. Right, started playing the game properly, and I had 20-odd million. Didn't like my 20-odd million. I hated it. Right, Mr. Ferguson actually does need knighting again for how he won his last Premier League with that team, because it is shit. So I went into the editor, and like Man United had 450 million.
Right. Okay.
Right. Wasn't happy with that. So I thought, fuck this. I'm not happy with that. I can't buy fucking no one with that. No. Well, I could do. But then I thought, well, what's the point in buying them when they were knocking on a bit? Went back into the editor, give Man United 450 million, but then started doing it where I thought, I'm going to have a piss around here, because why not? Messi, Ronaldo, Pirlo, Ibrahimovic, Iniesta, Giggs, Scholes, Rooney, Vidic, Ferdinand, Evra, all at Man United, all 16 years old. But the one thing I didn't do, which is pissing me off, stamina. I left all the stats the same, just change their age. I should have put the stamina up, because for fucking hell's sake, when you've got a 38-year-old who's got stamina, a 16-year-old of the stamina of a 38-year-old, it's fucking daft. So I have actually been tempted to go back into the editor to redo it.
Oh,
but I'm in January, and to be fair, I'm doing all right in the Premier League. I've lost 2 games. I've not been cheating, because I
can't believe you've lost with that team at all.
Yeah.
I lost 4-1 to Fulham. I got smoked.
That's an awful result.
I know it was an awful result. But what I used to do though, right, on I think it was Football Manager away, I used to not do the editing. I used to create different managers for different teams, and then sell like someone very shit and get for like 100 million, and then I'll get all their transfer budget and do it that way. And if I didn't like a game, I'd go, well, I'll save it before that, and then I'll just keep playing it until I win. And if I don't win, I'm just going to create them as a manager, then I'll just like move everyone to the side. So I just went winning all the time. And then Joe kind of said I was cheating quite a bit about it.
Oh, you are?
That was, well,
there's no doubt about it. You are cheating, like massively.
Yeah, no, but this isn't cheating. I don't think
it is
cheating.
It's not like Lance Armstrong when he was talking about his drugs. It was cheating, Sarge.
Right, and what I'm doing now is cheating.
Yeah.
But I'm having fun with it.
Right. Okay.
It's a game at the end of the day, you know. It's not
I
like
can go back to my other save, which has got Man United down in 18th because I can't sign anybody because they're fucking shit. So, yeah.
I remember when you were playing Football Manager on the bus on the way home from Myerscough, and you lost the Charity Shield. Not really the biggest problem in the world, and he wasn't happy, so he decided to restart his computer after the match finished. And play again.
God.
Oh, I was just obsessed with winning.
Jeez. Right.
So, yeah, I'm not now. I couldn't give a flying fuck. But, yeah, I lost 4-1 to Fulham and 2-1 to Ajax.
Oh, Christ. Right.
Yeah.
Well, my number 4 is Call of Duty 1 for the PC.
Well, that was close to mine, yeah, definitely.
That for me is the best war game I've ever played. War first-person shooter I've ever played. So many memorable levels. Like the whole Stalingrad level is amazing.
And one on the bridge, right?
Yeah, one on the bridge. There's one
in the house.
The early ones where there's like you're in like a French village and you've got these tanks come out of nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, was this on PlayStation as well?
No, I think it's just on the PC.
It was a great game. As a game, it's better than Medal of Honor, but Medal of Honor beat it for me for nostalgia. But as a game, it is much better than that.
Yeah, I loved Call of Duty. I thought it was sensational.
It was actually a really good game, and all the levels were good. All of them were good. It wasn't one level where you thought, yeah, I don't fancy this, I want to move to the next one. They're all decent.
All good. Yes.
No,
right.
no, I had it on PlayStation.
Oh, right, okay.
Because you were that woman, weren't you? And then she comes back, and you think, oh, was it like Natalia or something? She thought she'd been killed by some... Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I played, yeah.
What? I didn't even know there was a woman in Call of Duty.
I don't think there's a single woman on it, actually.
Yes, it was, because she died. Well, you thought she died because she got bombed, and then she turns back up.
Right, okay.
I'm telling you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're into the top 3 now, I think. So, Joe, what's your number 3?
So, on account of my 10-year stint at Fenerbahce, it had to be FIFA 2008.
No one likes to lose, and although this game's only a friendly, both teams will really want to get a result today. We've got a great game on our hands, trust me.
Yeah, I normally don't like friendlies, but I'm really, really excited about this one.
And we're off. Should be an entertaining game. Speculative. Oh, it was a great chance, and he's wasted it.
Well, he's missed it. There's no surprise there. Nowhere to go, no room to work. I'm just surprised he's not any shot away at all.
Diarra. Snyder. Can pick a pass.
Yes.
So I was first year of college then, first year at my school after GCSEs. Yeah, it was a great game.
The passion was coming out.
Oh, well, obviously, you know, with the multiplayer, yeah, that seriously did come out many times. Yeah, just great, and I used to love it, and I used to, and it was before, for me, that was before FIFA got too complicated. These days, it's all about these ultimate team and getting these packs of players and cards and
it is,
free kicks and corners being massively complicated and training regimes, and it's more like Football Manager.
Yeah.
Combined with FIFA, combined with some multiplayer football game, it's just too complicated now for me.
There was a FIFA.
Well, I used to love FIFA 2008, yeah, and obviously our multiplayer tournaments against when it was like footballers were proper.
Oh, they were intense. They were absolute. They talk about tension in gaming. That's pure tension.
Well, maybe the most tense I've been playing the game, except my number 1, which I will.
Okay.
When I get there. But yeah. Some great tournaments there. Yeah.
Brilliant.
FIFA 2004 had a game running alongside. I think it was football. It was another manager game. What you could, if you were playing the manager game on the PlayStation, you could then load up FIFA and play that game you're managing, save it, then go back into the manager game. So you could play like Football Manager, and then if you didn't want to play it, then go back on FIFA.
I seem to remember a FIFA Manager game.
Yeah.
EA did.
Yeah.
And I think they did like 1 or 2 of them. I seem to remember it vaguely.
Yeah, I think I want to say Tony Pulis was on the cover of it.
Brilliant.
Bloody hell.
I really do want to see
Okay.
on the cover of that manager game. But, yeah.
Sargi, what's your number
there was
3?
A woman. Sorry, hold on. There was a woman in the that Call of Duty game, because if it was Russia, the Russians did have women fighting for it.
Wait, so there was a woman fighting?
Yeah, they had women fighting. The Russians.
I don't seem to remember.
No, yeah.
Okay.
No,
the
yeah.
Russians had women fighting for them in the First and Second World War.
Yeah, that's fine. But did it happen?
She was a sniper. She was the lady sniper.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if my memory is that bad that I cannot remember a single woman being in that game.
Were you the sniper? Was it you who was doing it?
You were she was a sniper, lady one, and then you could pick up a sniper rifle, so you could become one as well, right? And then you went through the mission on the hill, and then she was with you for a bit, and then there's a lot of. Then you became, and then she died. I think it plays out like you think she's dead, but then she isn't. She survived somehow.
I completely missed this. Totally missed it.
I'm going to have to look at that one. I mean, that was a game. I'll find out some way.
You're fighting on 3 fronts. You had the Britons, the Brits, what were in Africa, fighting Rommel.
Wait, Africa was Call of Duty 2, definitely.
Oh, it's Call of Duty 2. You're talking
100% Africa was Call of Duty 2.
Yes.
Oh.
It is Call of Duty 2.
I had them all. I might have been getting.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's Call of Duty 2.
No, I'm telling you, Call of Duty 1, there was a woman in it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What's your number 3, Sargi?
Right, my number 3 is a Nintendo 64 classic. GoldenEye.
Is that your number 1, 90?
That is my number 1.
Oh!
That was the easiest number 1 for me. Yeah, that was always number 1.
Yeah, it was going to be my number 1. But then, the best James Bond first-person shooter
I enjoyed that game.
I have ever played.
Oh, yeah, still
Brilliant.
is.
You can play it now and you think, fucking these graphics are shit. Yeah, but when you look beyond the blurriness of Odd Job...
Oh, the gameplay holds up massively.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Like,
paintball mode.
Yeah, we got...
DK mode with the massive heads. Do you remember that one? Donkey Kong mode. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, GoldenEye.
It was all about the multiplayer. For me, the reason it's number 1 is I just have such good memories of having all my cousins round playing that on multiplayer. Thinking this is just the best game going. You could play it for hours and you didn't get bored. Like,
I think it helped as well that it actually came out alongside a film. So you could relate to the film. You were playing levels of the film as well.
Yeah, it's true. It does stick very close to the film.
And it was brilliant. I like that. I think GoldenEye is one of the best James Bond films ever. Yeah, one of the best. I think my second or first or second favourite James Bond film because it's brilliant. But yeah, and that game ran alongside it, and it was very, very good. There's a few James Bond films as well, games that came out after. There was The World Is Not Enough.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Nightfire. Nightfire.
Yeah. That was the car one, wasn't it?
I remember that. I think I played
Was
Nightfire.
it 007 Racing? 007 Racing.
Yeah, that one too. Good.
The cars and you could blow each other
That was
up.
so bad.
Yeah, that was shite. And then you had Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah, that wasn't good either. It was really GoldenEye and maybe Nightfire. Maybe The World Is Not Enough were kind of good. But then,
they redeemed themselves a fair few years later when they brought out from Russia with Love.
Oh yeah. That
was pretty good. That was that was a contest for GoldenEye, really.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Yeah. So I mean, I could gush about GoldenEye all day long. I mean, but it's but yeah, it's just a class. It's just a classic game. You play the single player and the multiplayer. It's equally fun. And yeah, I've still got my N64. Still got it now, GoldenEye. So it's yeah, brilliant.
My top 3 are all joint first places. They really are, because I've enjoyed playing my first one, number 1, number 2, and this one, the GoldenEye, so much. They are my favourite ones, and they are all number 1, but I can't put them all at number 1.
Well, my number 3 is Midtown Madness 2.
Oh, really?
Basically, it does all the stuff that Midtown Madness did, but you had 2 cities instead of 1. You had like London and you had San Francisco, and it was brilliant. It's like double the fun.
What? So you could select which city you played in?
Yeah, you could select which city you played in. Even the story mode in both was good. Like, you could be a London cabbie in London, or you could be a stuntman in San Francisco. And you had a wide choice of cars. And for me, the thing was, like, when I was young, because I was, like, massively, like, well, still am a huge James Bond fan, but what you could do is you could recreate scenes from, like, the films in Midtown Madness 2. So you would get like a fire truck and drive it down the streets of San Francisco, and I was absolutely loving it. Just driving around. Like Pickles, just literally driving around, just cruising around. And the brilliant thing is, if your PC had 2 CD readers, you could actually put a music CD in the top in the other thing and play your own music during the game, which was like the coolest thing ever. Oh, I adore that game. Love it.
When you went to America, Chris, did you go to San Francisco?
I did, yes.
So when you go back playing that game, can you actually? Is it kind of realistic to the city?
It does. Yeah, it holds up. I mean, I haven't played Midtown Madness 2 in years, but from what I remember, it looks pretty good. Yeah. No, loved it. Right. So, Joe, what's your number 2?
So, in terms of the creation and the imagination and the way the storyline kind of flows with each other, the best game ever created, and it still is, and it was when it was made. I've gone for The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time.
Fair shout.
Every other game we've mentioned so far has been based. Me and you guys has been based on things that have already existed or already happened. So you haven't had to really concentrate too much on a storyline because it's kind of been done for you or written for you. Whereas this one, starting off being like a little weird elf guy, born in a forest, going through a massive tree, going to a massive field, going to a ranch, going to a castle, and then to a fortress and getting a horse and growing up. So clever and so imaginative. And it all seems to flow together, whereas you wouldn't think those things would be able to be in the same story. That's all those things have happened. So it's a better game than my number one, but it's not my number one for reasons I'll explain. But yeah, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I mean, I can only just say that, well, agree completely with what you're saying. And that's a game that lots of people think is way up there. Because just it was just the size and the scale of it and the imagination involved in it and how well it was executed.
I mean, the graphics, compared to now, are not great. Obviously, it was in 1990. I don't have the year, 1998 or 97 or 99. So obviously they're not. But the way the whole storyline is written, it's like a book that's been written that's just brilliant.
I think it's the same designer who does Mario as well, and I think he's a genius of a game designer. I think.
Yeah. It's such a clever game, and it actually, for when it was, so that year, it's massive as well.
Yeah.
It's really big, really detailed.
Yeah.
So fantastic. It's just possibly the best game ever made because of what I've just explained.
I can't disagree with saying that it's definitely one of the best ever made. Without question.
I don't know. I never ever played Legend of Zelda, so I wouldn't know.
Wow.
So give it a go.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't really, you don't get it on anything now, do you? Really, unless you get it on the new Nintendos.
Yeah, and the new Nintendo, I think the Switch has a Legend of Zelda. I think it's called Breath of the Wild, I think, and that's supposed to be very, very good.
Yeah. I actually have the Ocarina of Time on the GameCube, and I have a little game save at the moment. I haven't played it in a few weeks though, but so I actually still have it. So that's how good it is. I still have it. Yeah. 1 year after it came out,
Right, Sargi, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Star Wars Battlefront 2 for PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Find the shield and take out the generator. Capture the CP will serve as an excellent lookout point for our mission. Listen up. Before we can begin our assault on the SEP's energy collector, we have to penetrate their shield barricades. So load up and move out. Take down the core shield by destroying the generator.
Watch your side.
It is arguably the best Star Wars Battlefront or Star Wars game out ever released. They redid the Battlefront series for Xbox One. The first one, Battlefront, was all online, multiplayer, there was no campaign or anything, and they did Battlefront 2. They had a campaign, but for me, the original one for PS2 was brilliant because you started off as a clone trooper, and you went through fighting, helping the Jedis, and then Order 66 came out, so you turned against them and started shooting them all. And then you went through being a clone to then being part of the Empire. But it had all of the maps from the first, like the prequels, like the proper fucking crap ones, what George Lucas decided to do. So you had, like Geonosis, and then it went all the way through to like Endor. I think the last fight was Endor with the Empire, and then but you could do. They had another one. I think it was called Galactic Conquest, where you went and you had to like try and take all the planets in space. You'd take all the different planets, and then you could have space battles and all them sorts of stuff. And then you could like you could fly your little snow speeder and tie the little AT-ATs up and crash them into the ground. And then if you'd had enough of playing all that, which was fun, you could then do random battles where you could go onto like Tatooine and do the Siths versus the Jedi. So you could have like Obi-Wan Kenobi kicking the out of like Darth Maul or Boba Fett or whatever. You could do all them, and you could have like Jawas versus I think Tusken Raiders. It was a brilliant game. And my brother has still got that game on his PlayStation 2. I bought him it for his birthday, and it cost me fucking nearly 30 quid.
Wow, what? Recently?
No, a few years ago.
Wow.
It cost quite a lot of money to buy him it. And it was in good nick as well. And I've played it a few times with him, and to be fair, it's the only game he does beat me with kills on. Oh.
My number 2 is another one from my childhood, and this is more because I have nostalgia. I have a lot of love and nostalgia for this character. I think with some people it's Mario, with others it's Zelda. For me, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. So I've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Mega Drive as my number 2.
Yes,
and it's just because it's so much fun to play. It's just so much fun to play. And these were the days where you didn't have like checkpoints. Basically, you had 3 lives, and if you got to the end and you died on the final boss, you've got to go through the previous 15 levels.
Yeah.
Because the levels were so much fun, you didn't mind having to go through more again. It's classic because you can play as Sonic, but you could also potentially play as Tails, and you could have like Tails just follow you around. Yeah, and it's colourful, great music, gameplay's amazing. Yeah, loved it. Classic, absolute classic. And I could easily put the new Sonic 2D one in that they did recently for the Xbox that you could do as a download, called Sonic Mania. That's really, really good. But I thought, no, I've got to go back to the classic one. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I never really played Sonic actually. Just it wasn't something that I just bought really.
Oh no, they are very good games. They are very, very good games. Right. So now that my number 1's been kind of revealed, let's go on with you two and your number 1's. Starting with Joe, what do you think? What is your top video game?
So I had to go for it really. It was kind of nailed on. Because I've played it when I was younger and I still play it, and I've played it in between and played it against people and on my own and done time trial after time trial after time trial and everything and all this. So I've gone for Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah.
Still have it. Still have the game, and yeah, I had to put that as number one because I've had so much fun from it over the years. It's probably not that much better than Mario Kart 64. It's probably around about the same in terms of quality. But
it is. Yeah, probably is. Yeah.
For me personally, it's just so good, and people who play it today, kids who play it today, still love it as much as we did then. So it shows you that it kind of holds up.
Yeah, definitely. That is a great choice for number one. And you get really passionate about your time trials. You really do.
Yeah. I haven't played it in a while, but I can get really, really fast when I want to.
So, Sargi, what's your number one?
My number one, we mentioned this game before, further down the list, and it was a matter of opinion. And like I said, you can put my top three in whichever order, and they're all the number one to me. But my number one is Medal of Honor Frontline.
Listen up. When the ramp drops, move out. If you get lost, look for me.
Take that beat! Clear the ramp!
That artillery strike scattered what's left of our squad all over the beach. 4 of our boys are over there. Help them move up the beach to the seawall. Damn it! I'll give you some covering fire. Now move out!
Hey! I'm pinned down by fire from that bunker. If you can give me some cover fire in the bunker windows, I can make a run for the shingle. Ready when you are.
Not really.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, but like, that's it. Like, on another day, you could ask me what it is and I would say it's GoldenEye or it's Star Wars. It's one of them. It is, them 3 games are my favourite ones. And to be fair, it is pretty fitting for today, seeing as it is the 6th of June, and it is
the
D-Day.
anniversary of D-Day, yeah.
So, Medal of Honor Frontline is number 1. Brilliant game. You could only do single player, and there was no
multiplayer on it.
No, there's no multiplayer on it whatsoever.
That's the thing for me.
And there's a couple of bits where you can actually go. If you've seen the film Saving Private Ryan, there's a bit in the game where you're actually up a bell tower and you're sniping people. So you actually
I remember that.
You are that guy.
Yeah,
and when you do land on D-Day, you do think you are Captain Miller and his people. And there was a poem at the beginning of it. It was when he gets to heaven, to St. Peter he will tell, one more soldier reporting, sir, I've served my time in hell. And I've seen it a couple of times on the game, and I've not played the game in years, but still remember it. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And then right at the end of it, you fly this plane out. I think it's like a stealth bomber or something like that. You fly it out. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's like you asked me, and I could put any of my top 3 number 1. Really, they're all really that good. But for today, seeing as D-Day, that is my number 1.
Oh, it's a fitting choice, Ardy. Fitting choice, mate. Right, everyone. Well, I hope you've enjoyed listening to our delve into video games. We've all had a blast going through
nostalgia.
Blast of nostalgia there.
Yeah, there's loads that I've missed out as well. There's loads. There are a few that I've missed out.
Oh yeah, we have a massive list of potential contenders as well. So narrow it down to top 10 was tough. But
although I kind of don't really play new ones, and that's been the case for like 5 years now. So
yeah,
all of my games are pretty much from before 2012ish.
Yeah, like we could have put a couple of FIFAs in there. What we've played Pro Clubs on.
I mean, it's funny. In my top 10, I only have one game that is of this previous decade, and I think the decade before that, I only have like 2. Some of them, a lot of them are from the 90s, which is when we were young and playing them. Like, so nostalgia, I think, plays a huge, huge part.
Definitely, yeah.
Anyway, everyone, hope you've enjoyed this. We'll be back with another top 10 sometime soon. Right, take care, everyone, and we'll see you later.
Don't go writing in London, right? All lives matter. Don't do it. Stay safe. Stay at home. Let the Yankees do the rioting because they're fucking idiots.